To meet National Electrical Code Section 440.60 requirements for hardwiring heat pumps, consider these solutions. Firstly, utilize a disconnect switch. Install a disconnect switch within sight of each heat pump unit and within the same room. This allows for easy isolation and servicing of the unit. Secondly, provide overcurrent protection. Install appropriate overcurrent protection such as circuit breakers or fuses at the disconnect switch. Refer to the manufacturer's specifications for guidance and the required amperage rating. Thirdly, run conduit to each unit. Run conduit from the disconnect switch to each heat pump unit. Use the appropriate size conduit to accommodate the number and size of wires needed. Fourthly, terminate wires in a junction box. Terminate the wires from the conduit in a junction box located near the heat pump unit. Provide adequate space for wire connections and appropriate knockouts for conduit entry. Fifthly, connect wires to the heat pump. Connect the wires from the junction box to the terminal block inside the heat pump unit. Ensure all connections are tight and secure. An alternative solution involves using a concealed receptacle and plug. Firstly, check the manufacturer's requirements. Verify if the manufacturer's concealed receptacle and plug meet the National Electrical Code requirements for hardwiring. Secondly, install a junction box. Install a junction box behind the sub-base to accommodate the receptacle and plug. Thirdly, run conduit to the junction box. Run conduit from the disconnect switch to the junction box. Fourthly, terminate wires in the junction box. Terminate the wires from the conduit in the junction box. Fifthly, connect wires to the receptacle. Connect the wires from the conduit to the concealed receptacle inside the junction box. Sixthly, install the heat pump subbase. Mount the heat pump subbase over the junction box, ensuring the concealed receptacle and plug are accessible. Finally, connect the heat pump. Plug the heat pump unit into the concealed receptacle. Consider these additional factors. Firstly, grounding. Ensure proper grounding of all components, including the heat pump units, disconnect switches, and junction boxes. Secondly, accessibility. Locate the disconnect switches and junction boxes in easily accessible locations for maintenance and servicing. Thirdly, coordination with the manufacturer. Consult with the heat pump manufacturer for specific installation instructions and to ensure compliance with all applicable codes. Always refer to the latest edition of the National Electrical Code and consult with a qualified electrician for guidance on proper installation and compliance with safety regulations.